next person coming up, one of my favorites. I know a lot of you guys are here to see her. I want you guys to put your hands together. Make it loud for Miss Dana Seigelstein!
Is there anyone that loves Ash Wednesday more than me? The answer is no, and I'll tell you why. For 3 years in my middle school years, I would ask my mother every single year, can I please participate? I'm Jewish. Don't throw pennies at me. And like I would literally be jealous of the people getting ashes on their forehead. And looking back, like, thank God she said no, because I know exactly what my 12-year-old self would do. I would have my BlackBerry. I would get the ashes on my forehead. I would take a couple selfies, not one, not two, but three. One would be me like this. One would be me like a little bit surprised, like. And then the third would be me like this, like praying, like. And the caption would be, I heart you, Jesus, but it would be spelled J-E-Z-U-Z. If I'm not canceled by the age I'm 30, like that would have put me in the gutter. My divorced parents are here tonight. I'm so happy the court finally allowed you two to be in the same room. It made things very difficult for me. So my dad likes to come to my shows even when I beg him not to. And he likes to sit front row. And he says he's supporting me, and I just thought that was funny for a couple reasons. So, I get a few characteristics from him. The first, a lack of bone structure, specifically in the face. I got my nose from my mom, thank God. The second trait I got from my dad would have to be his ability to make strangers feel really uncomfortable. Waiters, like, I'm like, let's just do takeout. Like, let's not associate with the wait staff, etc. So, the third would be his obsession with being the center of attention. And I didn't know I got this from him until I started doing stand-up comedy. He got a little itching for the spotlight. So, my last show, a lot of the comedians were taking to him, and they were like using him as banter, and like he has a face that you like want to pick on. And that they did. So like when my dad left, like usually it's my moment to shine when I leave this like venue, and I'm like, hey, no one cares. My dad walks out and everyone goes, Mark. He's holding a pen. I'm like, where did you get this pen from? So he's like, how does this work? Do I call Hollywood? Does Hollywood call me? It's like a classic Disney movie where like if I were to ever decide to like quit comedy for something like easier, like porn. I know I'm not hot enough for porn, it's just kind of like a hypothetical, so just roll with it. If I was ever like, Dad, I want to quit comedy, he would be like, Dana, you're giving up your dream. And then I would be like, no, Dad, I'm giving up your dream. Yours would have been better and like slicker, but your dream is fine too. So, not to brag, but I used to date a partially deaf boy. What do you do for society? You do porn? You got me there. Thank you for your service. And you know who loves you? Jesus. Someone remind me what I just said. Oh my God, the devil, I couldn't hear you. Okay. So he would decide when or when not he wanted to be deaf, and I think that's cool and not necessarily disabled, but I don't like the books, I just read them. So he would take his hearing aids in and out depending on when he wanted to. So like when we would go out to dinner, he would take them out. And he would say, no, like I can read your lips. And like that was my longest standing relationship, and I know exactly why. Like I'll spend a weekend with my friends and they're like, dude, it's day 3, like, can you shut the fuck up? And I honestly can't. So I like to listen to music during sex, sue me. So he can't hear during sex. Which, okay, wah. So I You like the Mets? Do you have hair? Someone remind me where I just was. I want to hear it from you.
Sex. Yeah, pets and sex.
Okay, pets and sex?
Pets and sex.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, that's enough. If I'm not going like this, that means shh. So we would like I would put on some music and I would tell him that it's Usher, it's Jay-Z, it's a little Mario, it's good. But really I was playing show tunes. When I would go on top, I would cue up Defying Gravity. Because I was defying gravity. Then, that's my mom. So, then when we do a little doggy, I put on Hairspray. Mama, I'm a big girl now. Say mama. And then he has no idea, so I have to do the main chorus and the background, and it's so much work, and I'm like trying to fake an orgasm, and it's like, ah! Lastly, when we go like round 2, which happened like once and it was awesome, I put on Mamma Mia and we go, Mamma Mia.
Here I go again.
Yeah, here I go again. I can tell. So when it came to my Spotify Wrapped at the end of the year, I showed him, show me yours, I'll show you mine. And he was like, I didn't know you listened to so much Broadway. And I'm like, it's not that much. Does anyone have a grandma who's like looking to die yesterday? Okay, that's crazy. So my grandma is like so excited for death, but not in like an afterlife is beautiful way, in a like, I'm done here, I've done my time, and I've done my service. So she, like if I'm coming to visit her, I'll be like, Grandma, do you want me to bring anything for you? And she'll be like, yes, actually. 12 bagels, a case of Diet Coke, and a pillow that you could smother me with if you don't mind. And I'm like, Jesus, I didn't know you're allowed to drink Diet Coke. She told me how jealous she was of her friend Diane the other week, and I was like, oh, did she like fly first class? Like, did she get fondled by TSA? Like, what happened? She was in the shower. She fell. She hit her fucking head. Gone. Like, I'm jealous of other things, but like, we all have our like things. So she called the ambulance on herself because her heart was beating, and they came and she said, they asked her if she ever has suicidal thoughts and that sort of thing, and she said, of course I do, are you fucking kidding me? Have you seen this economy? Have you seen the government state, et cetera, et cetera? And that's when I realized, that's my dad's mom, and I most definitely get my love for being the center of attention from that exact moment. Thank you guys so much. I'm Dana.